I'm sorry I broke down, guys. You know, he was touching me or whatever and sitting me on his lap, touching my vagina and stuff, and he just took me into another space. I was so hurt. I had nobody to hug me. I kept telling my mama what was happening. She kept pushing me out of the way, told me she was sleeping, leave her alone, that this didn't happen, that I should never say this again. You know, why I'm always causing problems and stuff like that. I'm gonna be dead in the grave like my daddy, that she hated me. And so I went to the babysitter and I fell asleep, and because I was going through trauma, now I can identify why these things happen. I was talking in my sleep. You know, I always knew I was very magical, I think subconsciously, because I knew that it wasn't just because I was asleep. I was having like my ancestors was healing me as I was sleeping, and I was telling them about it, and that's how she heard it. She was just putting on she must have had on the breastplate of righteousness and the shield of faith, and she was able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked because she stood up for me. She brought it to my mama's attention, so my mother had no choice but to stand in integrity and, you know, make a police report. I don't know if she did that, you know what I'm saying, but I know he didn't pick me up any longer, you know what I'm saying. Well, I think he did 1 or 2 nights after that, and then I think she had another talk with her, because I do remember getting back in the car with him even after that, thinking I was safe, and then just being, you know, frightened terribly. You know, I don't know what happened. You know, he could have knocked me out, and I don't know what he did to me when I was little too. You know, things I don't know. I think about that too, you know, because I used to write poems and I used to express myself. But what I want to tell you guys is I know a lot of stuff that happens in this world. I know a lot of us has been through it, and I'm here to tell you, no matter what, even though I got, you know, fired from a job that was giving me stability, because I stood in integrity, because I stood up for myself. You know, I even had the lady that worked at the temp agency that was, you know, housing me at this job or allowing me to be at this job. She told me, if I'm quoting it wrong, I'm gonna actually post that conversation, but you know, I don't know if I'm gonna get sued or not, but this is what happened, you know, because I don't know if I'm gonna say her name on there. If I do, it's not my intention, but it's just a raw footage of what really happened. You know, my intention is not to assassinate anybody's character, but if you don't want to be looked upon a certain way, don't do these things. It's so unfair to have a clause that works, you know, for every situation that even merely suggests that you use somebody's name or face when they're doing you wrong, and you're allowed to, you know, ridicule me. Again, that's a form of bullying, because you're telling me that I should not cause a wave or hold somebody accountable, you know, for what they did, and because they want to be able to lie, showing you who they are again, because they don't want to stand in face, because I've said your name and you want to sue me, but you've done wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm not understanding that. So, because I'm proving that you're doing wrong, I get sued. I'm just saying, I don't know if that's possible, but I'm saying if they do, that's what I feel. So then we'll let America decide on that too. At the end of the day, I said all that to say this, you know, I think she said that, yes, my beauty is a distraction. You know, I cannot help that I woke up like this, and I cannot help that every day this is what's gonna happen, as all of us. And if you're a beautiful person, or you're somebody that the world may perceive as being beautiful more often than a regular individual, if you did like some type of study, you stand out, then I can guarantee you, you know that you have suffered from the things that I'm speaking about too. And I said that to say this, you know, people that are in positions of power who fail to do what's right, you know, karma doesn't miss, you know, your address. You know, you knock off the cosmic balance and the energy of the positiveness by emulating the negative. And it's just like the light that's shining upon me at this moment. You know, that light is everywhere. I can't control it. So when you put this energy out, you can't control it. The things that you can control is the intentionalness that you put into how you interact with people, how you treat people. That's what I'm saying, because we all put some type of negative out, because we, you know, the brain goes and the heart feel what it feels. But when you have control over these things, that's what make you a superior supervisor. When somebody is not watching you, you're acting in integrity. You're doing the right thing. The gentleman that was training me, he also told me, do not look at the bright light the whole time that the session is going on, with the bright light emulating on the wafer, so I can make sure that there are no defects in this wafer for people that also, you know, basically have airbags that need to deploy. It was my job and my responsibility to act in integrity. And these words are printed all over the building, acting in integrity. That's what I did. And he got upset with me because I wasn't moving fast enough for the quota to be met. I still did it because I felt really pressured you know. So I did it effectively because I was very thorough in what I did. And at the time that the pressure was being put on me, that's when I found the defects in the wafers. So I could have saved somebody's life because I was acting in integrity. And, you know, because that happened, the peers that I was working with, they didn't like that. And then I was like the only black person in there. I'm sorry, it was a black gentleman. Me and one other black gentleman versus it was a room full of Hispanics. You know, not being rude or nothing, but it was like I was being bullied in that sense as well. So I had strikes against me that I, again, could not help. My skin color, then because I was beautiful, then because I was wearing ice contacts. So it will make my eyes look kind of like bluish, like ice. It was so cute. You know, I'm going to put them on. Y'all will probably see me talking on videos with them. You know, I was ridiculed because it intensified my beauty. And they got intimidated, so they didn't want to help me or teach me anything because they were afraid of, oh, she's beautiful, she's intelligent, she is a threat, and then she's black. Well, we're going to use some of these things against her. We're going to teach her enough just to get by, to keep her stuck. You know, we're going to tell her, oh, she's not wearing $200 pair of shoes, so, you know, she's not beautiful. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We're not, you know, and whatever else. You know, I forgot what the third thing is because my brain is racing. But I would like to say, with these things said, I would pray to God that we change these things because that was just mean the way they treated me. It was just horrible. And when you hear the conversation that I had with the representative of the company that I was working with, you know, as far as what's that company called again? No, it's called, no, what are they? Staffing. The staffing agency that I was working with, you know, the representative there, she was the face of the company, and she decided not to act in integrity. She decided to show me who she was. She could have been a racist. I could have, you know, described it as being racist because she said a white man should not be. We're gonna have a talk with him because a white man should not be. That she was missing the whole point. I was talking about him sexually harassing me, him being up on me, and him touching my butt with his finger by, you know, some wafers on aisle 502, you know what I'm saying, and photos, you know what I'm saying. So that's just in case somebody want to act in integrity once they try to come stalk me on my channel because they want to, you know, hurt me or harm me or cause some type of issue. Because when I left, I said, okay, bye, bitch. I said, but I do have you recorded talking about a white man, and you didn't fire me because I left the other night, but you fired me because, you know, I told you that this dude had touched my ass, you know, and they were all friends. In retrospect, I left the other night because I was being bullied. Like I said, I had had enough. When I looked in the mirror, when I was trying to struggle, I wasn't even giving up. I was courageous. I was bold. I was tenacious. I was extravagant. I was brave for staying in there and still sticking through it, trying to do my job when they're supposed to have been helping me. They're laughing and all looking in the window, looking at me laughing, watching me struggle when nobody was at their workplace. So I'm not even a supervisor, nor am I certified, and I should be certified, but maybe I'm not because I wasn't taught everything. But I feel like if they taught me, I'd know and I could do it, and they know I could run circles around them because I learned shit in 3 days how to be working on my own. On my own. I was working on my own on the third day. So I was they were intimidated by me. So I forgot what I was gonna tell y'all they did, but they did a whole bunch of shit because everything just happening. It just happened. As you can see, I'm out in nature. I'm gonna walk this trail so I can get myself grounded because I want the world to know how to handle things like this. Don't react. Cooler heads prevail. I was very angry. I wanted to just like curse their ass out, and I did call her a bitch because that's exactly how she was acting. And you know, metaphorically, when you call somebody a bitch, you know what a bitch is. It could be bitch can be a lot of things. It could be somebody being mean. It could be somebody just not giving a fuck. Somebody just ruthless. It could be a whole bunch of motherfucking shit. Today, I call her bitch because she fired me because I told her something and then I was mistreated or bullied after I told on his ass, and because that's her friend, and everybody want to gang up on me. One person. How pussy are you to even gang up on me? And for me to just give you kindness, for me to report you and do what the grievance process suggested. So at the end of the day, God hired me. Ain't nobody gonna fire me because guess what? I'm a psychic medium. I do hair. Guys, if you want to get your hair braided, I'm gonna show you my daughter hair afterwards. If she want to let me like upload a video of her hair, not her face because she might not want to show it, but if she do, hey, you know, I do hair, I do braids, I will travel. We could talk about all that. You can email me at LondonApple779. Well, I'm sorry, at LondonApple779 at yahoo.com. My daughter does makeup and she does it really good. She can post some of her, if you guys want to see some of her work, just drop a comment. I'll definitely let you see that. So we do hair and we do makeup as well. Anyway, in retrospect, you know, I wanted to tell everybody, you know, you gotta stay encouraged. I don't know if anybody gonna be going through this one day and they just stumble upon my video. You know, all I could do is say, go take a walk in, try to get grounded, you know, think about what you're gonna do. I'll try to keep you guys posted on what the process will happen, you know, with the situation, because I'm definitely gonna seek legal help. If anybody have any kind of, you know, suggestions on how a route I could take, you know, just drop it down and I'll consider it, and that'd be greatly appreciated. I just want to say, for people in positions of power, woe to you, because God said, touch not his anointed and do his prophets no harm. I am a prophet and I am anointed by God. That's why you're not going to stop anything. I am going to be abundant. I am abundant. I'm going to be more abundant than what I am. I'm going to be so abundant, I will be able to buy your company, and I will be able to wean out all of the bad things that are in there, you know, and that's my prayer. And I forgive you at the end of the day, because I ain't really mad, because I am so talented and I'm so beautiful in my heart, and my soul is so humongous. I am a giant compared to little people. People that belittle other people are little people to me. People that, you know, prevent somebody from trying to come to work and clock in when it's a shortage in semiconductors. Let's put it that way. I went to go manifest me a Range Rover the other day. Said, sorry, we may not have all of the parts that you're looking for because it's a shortage in semiconductors. You know why? Because it's simple things like this that can be tweaked and fixed. All it causes for is for you to look at the man in the mirror and change the things that cause fuckery in the world. Just stop it. Just stop mistreating people and allow people to work and take care of their families. Stop making it to where you're trying to set me up because you think I'm gonna go sell drugs or be angry and be do all the profiles that you guys have for my skin color. You know, it's never gonna work. But what I can tell you is, what goes around comes around. I can't even sing right now, but what goes around comes around. And so, you know, you lost a good person. I don't feel, and a good worker. You know, I showed up to work on time every day. I never liked on my breaks. You know, I was very efficient and effective. I'm really disappointed in the way that I was treated today, and I just really hope the world can change these things, guys. Thank you so much for coming to Closeted Mass Healer. Like I said, drop any suggestions in the comments. If you guys would like to get your hair braided and support me on this journey and being an entrepreneur, and being a psychic medium, and allowing me to help you guys, and knowing that you guys are in the best hand, one of the best hands, many best hands that are possible that God put upon this earth, to be able to give a message, because I am very clairvoyant, very clairaudient. You know, I'm just clear at everything. You know, I'm a vessel of God. So what he does for me and what he shows me is unlimited. So I'm an unlimited spiritual soldier, an unlimited spiritual gangster. All right, peace.